Explain it in detail.
I'm very interested because I've heard a lot of different stories about the origin of where the idea came from. So, would you guys kind of talk a little bit about where this idea kind of jumped out from?
Yeah, so this ad was a classified ad. It was placed in Backwoods Home magazine, which is out of Gold Beach, Oregon, and it was in 1997. And since then, it became a internet phenomenon. A lot of people, grabbed onto it and placed different pictures and did videos. And we went back to the source and just took those 6 sentences. And from there, Derek saw that and had a very different idea of what a movie about that would be than I think most people would. I think you could see that being a shotgun-toting dinosaur fighter, and Derek saw it as being somebody who was lonely and marginalized and was being made fun of, and really believes that he can do what he says he can do.
Derek, are you a fan of sci-fi? And because there's references in the movie, especially the Star Wars references.
Star Wars came up a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
And I thought
it wasn't intentional. It just
very funny.
Sort of naturally came out that way. Yeah, but I am a huge sci-fi fan, and Star Wars, obviously, and all those great movies. But I didn't realize how many references were in it until I saw it the first time. I was like, hey, I'm kind of mentioning Star Wars a lot.
And I thought it was apropos.
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I guess was it the idea of having it be time travel, or was that the original ad that it said, follow me?
The ad is that's
verbatim.
The exact ad that was put out there. Yeah.
Did anyone ever go back and track this dude down?
Oh yeah.
What?
I did. He's actually in the movie. He is early on in the film when Aubrey Plaza's character is staking out the post office.
Yes,
he's the first guy.
Gray guy. Okay.
Yeah. He's the original author, and we actually optioned the classified ad as if it were like a piece of literary material to make sure that both we wanted to respect that it is kind of a story in itself because we're writers, and just also wanted to have that be our poster and just like really give that what it deserved over time.
And what kind of human being, or guy is he? A gentleman?
He's a good guy. John has some certain. Yeah, I understand why that classified ad came from John's head. He thinks you need to bring your own weapons everywhere you go,
okay.
And so that would be a first instinct. I don't know if you and I were going to write that same ad if we would have the second sentence be bring your own weapons. And so there's parts of Kenneth's character, but he's also he doesn't think he can build a time machine. He's a rational human being and actually a really good writer in his own right.
Did he ever say exactly how much he would pay? Once you got back, I'm just curious what the pay for time travel is these days.
No, I think it would be negotiated.
Oh, okay. Based on the experience, of course.
Right.
The wealth of the traveler, certain.
Sure, like what happened when he went back.
Derek, when you were writing this, did you have an idea of who you wanted to play these parts?
Definitely. I always wanted Aubrey. I wrote it for her.
Okay.
She kind of inspired me to write the movie. I saw her in Funny People.
Yeah.
And probably a week later, I started writing the movie and the character just specifically for her. I had to do a find and replace in the script because I would write Aubrey instead of Darius, like within the script so many times. And then Colin was friends with Jake, and that's how he got on board.
Yeah, and then and Mark came from. Actually, Mark was going to just executive produce with his brother, and those guys have an amazing ability to get movies made. And then as we were all looking for Kenneth, I realized that we had a pretty awesome Kenneth, right here at the table. So we decided to just have it be the coolest guys ever. 'Cause
wow.
Why not?